Let's stay with the story and take you to Parliament, where we find our reporter Athi Mtongana. Athi, a very good morning to you. As I'm speaking here to a constitutional law expert, he says the odds are against Advocate Busisiwe Mkhwebane. What are you observing on the floor?
Well, of course, given the litigation that has taken place leading up to this final historic moment where Parliament will finally begin looking into the fitness of the suspended public protector advocate Busisiwe Mkhwebane to hold office, we know that she has challenged this particular committee in the sense that she has looked into the rules that were adopted by the National Assembly, and to even speak to this particular process being historic. The Parliamentary National Assembly even had to adopt new rules because they didn't have rules to actually remove a head of a Chapter 9 institution, and so they adopted the rules in the National Assembly on how to remove a head of a Chapter 9 institution. And so the Public Protector not only wanted to halt the work of the Section 194 impeachment inquiry, but she actually challenged the rules that were adopted in the National Assembly to remove her. But we know that all the legal battles have now somehow not yielded to her favor, in the sense that Parliament will finally today begin the work that it has been tasked to do constitutionally, to be able to hold her to account. And so what they'll be doing today is particularly going into the roadmap that they set up in February. In as much as there's been delays, legal battles by the public protector, as well as, of course, COVID-19, they had drafted a program in February this year, which then ultimately made mention of how they'd be able to begin even with their hearings this week, and that they'll be able to continue, and that they'll be well on course until September, when they're looking to finalize this particular matter. And so today will begin a historic moment for Parliament, and also tomorrow they'll be calling on the first witness to appear before the Section 194 impeachment inquiry. That I do need to also mention that the Parliamentary's Constitutional and Legal Services has reiterated this message to that particular committee, saying that their work is not to actually look at whether the public protector is guilty or not, but their work comes at the back of that independent inquiry, which actually looked into whether there was actually enough prima facie evidence of incompetence against Advocate Busisiwe Mkhwebane. And so their work will be looking at some of the work that came out from that independent panel, and also just to ultimately, when this whole process has concluded in September, the work of this Section 194 impeachment inquiry will be to present findings and recommendations before the National Assembly, whether the public protector should stay in office or whether the public protector should go.
Very well, Athi Mtongana, let's leave it there for now. Of course, ahead of these proceedings which kick off during the course of this morning, Athi will be bringing us the latest throughout the course of that process.